Well, Bennett Kessler was on scene and filed this story. It all started off as a domestic problem and then a reported overdose. But an incident at Shady Rest Trailer Park in Bishop turned into a day-long standoff with a man in a mobile home who had threatened to shoot police. The special operations team of local officers got the man out of the house just after 7 p.m. Sunday. Bishop Police Chief Chris Carter said that police had responded to a domestic dispute call Saturday involving 56-year-old Arnold Tazowski and his girlfriend. Chief Carter said that Sunday someone called 911 to say the man had overdosed on medications. Officers and an ambulance responded, but Tazowski yelled out that he had a gun and would shoot police. He barricaded himself in the motorhome he lives in. Now, Bishop Police, Inyo Sheriff's deputies, and Highway Patrol officers descended on the trailer park. Residents were evacuated, and so were homes on the north side of Yaney Street. As the sun went down, the man had still refused to come out. SWAT team deputies and officers armed with AR-15s stood around the park and had formed a perimeter around the man's home. Now, he was heard moving around inside but had failed to come out. Reports said it may have all started over a breakup with his girlfriend. And the tense situation dragged on. Bennett Kessler talked to resident Phil Barfoot.
Yeah, I've lived here for about 12 years now, but it's not often something like this would carry on in a place like this, so it's shocking. I hope we can resolve it in a hurry here, get back in our homes.
Mr. Barfoot's 91-year-old mother was too ill to evacuate and waited for authorities to bring her out. Residents of the area were taken to the Bishop Senior Center not far away. Now, Inyo Health and Human Services people helped with medications and medical issues and gave out vouchers for motel rooms and food. Manager of Shady Rest, Robin Hansen, said this was an incident very unlike the usually calm residential area.
We're in a situation that's very unfortunate for us and for my tenants. As you see, my tenants, they do not have a place to go right now, and it's unfortunate that it's hard on them right now. It's a situation that's very scary. As you see here, there's a lot of police around, and everybody's nervous and upset about it. And they've had to leave their homes, and that's really hard on them.
Some officers mentioned the Christopher Dorner incident in the Los Angeles area where officers were shot trying to capture the suspect. Then, close to 7 p.m. Sunday, officers threw what's called a pepper ball into the motorhome, giving off a chemical powder. Tazowski still didn't come out. Chief Carter said that a team of officers breached the front door and physically took him into custody. Reports were confirmed that officers used a less lethal beanbag gun on Tazowski. Officers did not find a gun. Now, Tazowski was transported to Northern Inyo Hospital, and Bishop Police Chief Carter said he would be booked in the Inyo County Jail in Independence at some point. Well, Bennett Kessler also filed this story. In a 27-page decision, arbitrator John Perroni ruled that the Mono County Sheriff's Administration discriminated against Deputy John Madrid and exercised a, quote, serious abuse of discretion, end quote, in their treatment of the 11-year deputy. Now, the arbitrator ordered Deputy Madrid reinstated with all back pay and benefits and found no misconduct on the part of Madrid. Now, before the allegations that led to Deputy Madrid's termination, he had filed a hostile work environment complaint that accused then-Sheriff Rick Scholl and some of his administrators of abusive behavior. Mono County reportedly never did conclude their investigation of this complaint. Now, after that, the Mono Sheriff and some of his men accused Madrid of failure to report correct hours worked. Now, this led to Madrid's termination. He appealed, and an arbitrator had issued his opinion and an award in favor of the deputy. Deputy County Counsel John Vallejo said, quote, the county disagrees with the arbitrator's opinion and is considering all of its options moving forward, end quote. Now, the arbitrator's opinion, and that is dated February 7th, reveals the story about Deputy Madrid and how he engaged in a common practice of shift swapping with other deputies. Now, because salary paid did not match actual hours worked under this circumstance, deputies would send in timesheets to the to let the sheriff's department finance director know to subtract some hours from their comp time off. Now, Mono Sheriff Rick Scholl and other administration officers allege that Madrid purposely failed to report his hours accurately and so stole 10 hours, which added up to $381.60. Now, Madrid's attorney, Saku Aether, presented witnesses which consistently said they too had failed to report their accurate hours or their timesheets were lost in a loose delivery system. Now, 5 deputies testified that either the finance director or their supervisors let them know about their problems with the timesheets and they were corrected. No one was accused of theft of public funds. Now, Madrid was terminated pending appeal and placed on administrative leave with pay. The issue went to arbitration. Now, according to the arbitrator, Sheriff Scholl, then Under Sheriff Ralph Oldenburger, and Lieutenant Rob Weber decided to get, quote, value for the taxpayers, end quote, by reassigning Deputy Madrid, even though on leave, to sit in a chair in the Bridgeport Sheriff's Office lobby with no uniform, badge, or gun. He could greet people when they walked in, but the deputy could perform no other duties. Now, when he fell asleep in the chair at one point, Sheriff Scholl, quote, instigated another internal affairs investigation on Madrid for sleeping on the job, end quote. Now, the arbitrator said he found this incredible, ordering an investigation of falling asleep. And the arbitrator said that with some sarcasm, quote, during this stimulating duty assignment, end quote. Now, he also called the investigation, quote, an abuse of discretion. The arbitrator called for a dismissal of charges, reinstatement for Madrid with all back pay. Now, asked for comment on the arbitrator's opinion, Mono Sheriff Ralph Oldenburger said, I can't comment. This is still going on because the county still has not decided what to do, end quote. Now, will they continue legal action? Sheriff Oldenburger seemed unsure, but said he would meet with Deputy County Counsel John Vallejo today. Now, Attorney Aether said, quote, we are evaluating a lawsuit against Mono County because of Deputy Madrid's treatment. He was guilty of nothing, end quote. Now, you can read more on this story and the entire arbitrator's opinion on our website, sierrawave.net. We'll be back with more news.